We live in the northern part of the country, and that means it's flu shot season for us up here. I talked to a couple people that I know that work in the medical field, and they said they got theirs, and I said I hadn't, and they said you have to. You have to get a flu shot if you live up here. I've had them before. I'm rethinking it this year.
If your doctor gets a flu shot, find